To my understanding, you had to juggle studying and working at the same time, but why did you have to do that? I thought that your studies were sponsored.
I always dreamed to come to Australia, and when I first came to Australia, I got my first scholarship was for 1.5 years. But I remember on that very first flight that I took to Australia, I said to myself that I need to complete my my bachelor degree, a full degree, before coming back to Vietnam. So the scholarship was given to only for tuition fees.
Okay.
For living expense, I then have to work out a plan to go and work and rent and pay for rent. So I was very lucky because I had experience working in 5-star hotel in Vietnam. So I also studied hospitality before, so I was able to get a job at a 5-star hotel in Melbourne.
And what did you do? Were you a
So I was a
bartender?
waitress. No, I was a waitress.
Oh, you were a waitress.
But then I became a little bit, like barista, and so I earned money to pay for my living expense. But then at the beginning, like, I was having that pinky dream that I come to Australia, I can earn decent money, I can work full hours. But then life wasn't like that. That was the first life lessons when I came to Australia. Like, the weather wasn't that I expected. I really missed that home food from Vietnam. I was really missing home, and the reality was I was only given 3 hours and 6 hours per week. And only 12 hours per month, to be honest, instead of 20 hours per week. So I didn't earn enough money, and I was freaking out. And I was like, what should I do now? I will not be able to survive. So one day I remember I submitted a survey from the corporation. So I was sitting in the office and I filled out that survey, and I remember in that note I said that I'm a international student and I need to have more hours to survive, and I don't have money from families. I wasn't a rich kid, so lots of people, to be able to come to Australia to study or overseas, they will have to, have to prove that you have decent finance support from families.
Yeah.
I wasn't in that situation, so.
I mean, you kind of had to budget everything down to the cent.
Exactly, yes. So I submitted that survey, and then I didn't hear anything from the company. And one day I couldn't bear with it anymore, so I emailed my boss, and he's a French guy, and I said to him that, Fred, I have to say that you need to help me because I need the increased numbers.
You're a nice guy, but
so
give me those hours.
I didn't expect that he called me up and had a meeting. So one day he called me and he said that, did you really fill out in that survey? And I said yes, and he was like, oh, I was wondering, like who was filling it in this one, because I didn't expect that with the short time coming to Australia, you were able to structure the English email like that. So he then asked me to work more hours, but he was helping me to find more hours in other outlets. So that was really helpful.